Welcome to Switzerland. Hello everybody, Sajid here, and I am so excited you could join me today. You know, some places in the world just feel like they were pulled straight out of a storybook. And Switzerland? It's the whole library. We're about to embark on a journey through the top 10 most incredible destinations this country has to offer. It's a classic list, sure, but I promise you, the experience is anything but ordinary. It's a place where every turn in the road, every mountain peak, every bite of cheese feels like a discovery. I mean, come on, a country famous for chocolate, cheese, and watches? They know how to live. This isn't just a trip, it's a full-on sensory explosion. We're talking about the kind of natural beauty that makes you stop in your tracks and just breathe. Towering snow-capped Alps that pierce the bluest skies you've ever seen, crystal-clear lakes that reflect the heavens, and valleys so green they almost glow. But it's not just about looking at pretty things. Switzerland is a playground for the soul, blending that serene nature with heart-pounding adventure and a culture that is as rich and layered as a delicious piece of millefeuille. It's where you can ski down a glacier in the morning and explore a medieval castle in the afternoon. So, I want to officially invite all you fellow adventurers, you dreamers, you food lovers, you explorers of the world to come along with me. Pack your bags, or at least your imagination, because we're about to dive headfirst into the very best places to visit in this magnificent country. Whether you're seeking the thrill of a lifetime or a moment of pure, unadulterated peace, Switzerland has something waiting just for you. Are you ready? Let's go make a friend. Our adventure begins in a place that feels like the very heart of the Alps, Zermatt. And let me tell you, when you first arrive, it's like stepping into a perfect little snow globe. The air is so clean, so crisp, you can practically taste the mountains. And the best part? No cars. Just the gentle hum of electric taxis and the happy chatter of people from all over the world. It's a village with so much charm, with these beautiful weathered wooden chalets that look like they've been standing here for centuries, telling stories of mountaineers and winter magic. You just want to wander the streets forever. But let's be honest, we're all here for the star of the show. Looming over the village like a magnificent silent guardian is the Matterhorn. You've seen it on postcards, on chocolate bars. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for seeing it in person. It's not just a mountain, it has a personality. It's majestic, a little bit intimidating, and absolutely breathtaking. I found myself just staring at it from every possible angle, watching how the light changes on its jagged, pyramid-like peak throughout the day. It's one of those sights that genuinely makes you feel small in the best possible way. And Zermatt is a year-round party for anyone who loves the outdoors. In the winter, it's a skier's paradise with endless slopes that even cross over into Italy. Imagine skiing from Switzerland to Italy for lunch. How amazing is that? But when the snow melts, it transforms into a hiker's dream, with trails that take you through wildflower meadows and up to viewpoints that will steal your breath away. Whether you're skiing, hiking, or just enjoying a hot chocolate with a view of that iconic peak, Zermatt is pure, unadulterated alpine joy. It's simply magnificent. From the high alpine peaks, we descend to the fairy tale shores of Lake Lucerne and the city that shares its name. Oh, Lucerne, this place is pure romance. It's like a beautiful painting brought to life. The city is wrapped around the edge of this stunning fjord-like lake with mountains rising dramatically from the water's edge. The first thing you'll notice is the architecture. The old town is a labyrinth of cobblestone streets, colourful historic houses with painted facades and charming squares that just invite you to sit down at a cafe and watch the world go by. It's a city made for walking, for getting lost, for discovering a hidden alleyway or a beautiful fountain around every corner. The undeniable centerpiece of Lucerne is the Chapel Bridge, or the Kapellbrücke. It's the oldest covered wooden bridge in Europe, and walking across it feels like stepping back in time. It zigzags gracefully over the Reuss River, and as you walk, you can look up and see these 17th century paintings depicting scenes from the city's history. It's not just a bridge, it's a floating art gallery. And right next to it is the Water Tower. This sturdy octagonal fortress that has been a prison, a treasury, and now it's probably the most photographed landmark in all of Switzerland. Together, they create a scene that is just perfect. But the magic of Lucerne extends beyond the bridge. You absolutely have to get out on the water. Taking a cruise on Lake Lucerne is essential. You can hop on one of the vintage paddle steamers and just glide across the pristine blue water surrounded by epic mountain scenery. The boat will take you to tiny, charming villages nestled along the shore, each one more picturesque than the last. It's so peaceful, so serene. Lucerne has this incredible ability to be a vibrant city and a tranquil escape all at the same time. It's a place that captures your heart and doesn't let go. All right, buckle up, friends, because our next stop is for the thrill seekers. We're heading to Interlaken, and the name says it all, between the lakes. It's nestled perfectly between two stunningly turquoise lakes, Lake Thun and Lake Brienz, with the mighty peaks of the Eiger, Monch and Jungfrau standing guard like a trio of giants in the distance. The setting alone is enough to make your jaw drop. But Interlaken isn't a place for quiet contemplation. It's a place where you hear the whoops and cheers of people having the time of their lives. It's the adventure capital of Europe, and you feel that energy the moment you arrive. This is where you come to push your limits and get your heart racing. The menu of activities is just unbelievable. Want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? You can skydive over the lakes and mountains. Want to soar like a bird? Go paragliding and float gently down into the center of town. How about rafting down a rushing glacial river or canyoning through narrow gorges? They've got that too. It's a non-stop buffet of adrenaline. I saw people from every walk of life, from seasoned daredevils to first-timers, all with huge smiles on their faces, ready for their next big adventure. But Interlaken is more than just a launchpad for extreme sports. It's also the perfect gateway to the entire Jungfrau region. It's the central hub from which you can explore the surrounding mountains and valleys. You can take a leisurely boat trip on either of the two lakes, hike to incredible viewpoints like Harder Kulm for a bird's-eye view of the whole area, or hop on a train to the charming mountain villages nearby. Interlaken is this amazing combination of raw, natural beauty and pure, unadulterated fun. It's a place that reminds you to be bold and to play. From our base in Interlaken, we're going up. Way, way up. We're heading to a place they call the top of Europe, the Jungfraujoch, and getting there is half the adventure. You board this incredible cogwheel train that literally claws its way up the side of the mountain. You travel through tunnels carved right through the rock of the Eiger and Monch mountains, and every so often, the train stops at these viewing windows cut into the mountainside, giving you a sneak peek of the icy world outside. It's an engineering marvel that just blows your mind. The anticipation builds with every meter you climb, and then you arrive. You step out at 3,454 meters or over 11,000 feet into a world of eternal snow and ice. This is the highest railway station in Europe, and the feeling is indescribable. The air is thin, the sun is bright, and you are surrounded by a panorama of colossal mountains and glaciers that stretch as far as the eye can see. The main attraction is the Sphinx Observatory, an observation deck that gives you a 360-degree view. On a clear day, you can see all the way to France and Germany. You're standing on top of the world, looking down on a sea of peaks. But there's more to do than just stare at the view, as incredible as it is. You can walk through the Ice Palace, a series of tunnels and rooms carved right into the heart of the Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps. You're literally inside the glacier, surrounded by shimmering blue ice and intricate ice sculptures. It's magical. You can even walk out onto the glacier itself on a secured path and feel the snow crunch under your feet, even in the middle of summer. A trip to the Jungfraujoch is not just a sightseeing excursion. It's an unforgettable experience that connects you with the raw power and immense beauty of the high Alps. After all that high-altitude excitement, let's come back down to Earth and explore Switzerland's largest city, Zurich. Now, some people might think of Zurich as just a sterile banking city, but let me tell you, they couldn't be more wrong. This city has a soul. It's vibrant, it's creative, and it's got this wonderful blend of historic charm and modern cool. The city is built around the northern tip of Lake Zurich and is split by the Limmat River, creating a waterside setting that is just beautiful. It's a city that's incredibly easy to live in, and even easier to fall in love with. The Old Town, or Altstadt, is a delight to explore on foot. It's a maze of narrow, winding lanes, guild houses from the Middle Ages, and the spires of its three major churches: the Grossmünster with its iconic twin towers, the Fraumünster with its stunning stained glass windows by Marc Chagall, and St. Peter's, which boasts the largest clock face in Europe. But then you cross a bridge and you're in a completely different world, browsing high-end fashion on the famous Bahnhofstrasse, one of the world's most exclusive shopping avenues. It's this mix of old and new that makes Zurich so fascinating. But my favorite part of Zurich is its connection to the water. On a warm day, the entire city flocks to the lake. You'll see people swimming in the clean, clear water, paddleboarding, or just relaxing at one of the many badies, the open-air swimming areas that are a huge part of the local culture. You can take a boat trip down the lake, or just sit by the river with an ice cream and watch the swans glide by. Zurich is a city that perfectly balances urban energy with natural relaxation. It's sophisticated, it's fun, and it's full of wonderful surprises. Now we journey to the French-speaking side of Switzerland, to the elegant and international city of Geneva. Cradled by the surrounding Jura Mountains and the Alps, and sitting right where the Rhone River flows out of the magnificent Lake Geneva, this city has a very different vibe. It feels grand, cosmopolitan, and worldly, which makes sense because it's a global hub for diplomacy and banking. You can feel that international pulse in the air, with people from all over the world walking its stately streets. It's a city with a serious job, but it also knows how to enjoy life. You can't talk about Geneva without mentioning its most famous landmark, the Jet d'eau. This incredible fountain shoots a plume of water 140 meters into the air, right out of the lake. It's a symbol of the city's strength and ambition, and it's mesmerizing to watch. It's the perfect backdrop for a stroll along the lake promenade, which is lined with beautiful gardens, parks, and cafes. This is also the home of the United Nations European headquarters and the Red Cross, and you can take tours to learn about the incredible work they do to promote peace and humanitarian aid around the world. It's a city that makes you think. But there's a softer, more delicious side to Geneva too. Just outside the city, the hillsides that slope down to the lake are covered in vineyards. You can take a short trip out of the city and find yourself in wine country, tasting the local Chasselas grape and enjoying fantastic views. It's this wonderful contrast that defines Geneva. It's a city of powerful institutions and simple pleasures, of global politics and local wine, of grand boulevards and peaceful lakeside walks. It's a place that is both important and incredibly pleasant. What a combination! Just a short train ride along the shore of Lake Geneva, we find ourselves in Montreux. Oh, this place is pure magic. They call it the Swiss Riviera, and you can see why. It has this incredibly mild climate, so you'll see palm trees and vibrant flowers lining the lakeside promenade, with the snow-capped Alps providing a dramatic backdrop. It feels glamorous and relaxed at the same time. The town is famous for its world-renowned jazz festival, and you can feel that musical spirit in the air. There's even a statue of Freddie Mercury on the waterfront, striking his iconic pose, as he found so much peace and inspiration here. Walking along the lakeside path from Montreux is one of the most beautiful walks you can take anywhere in the world. The path is flat, it's lined with flowers and sculptures, and on one side you have the shimmering expanse of Lake Geneva, and on the other, the grandeur of the mountains. It's a walk that soothes the soul, and as you walk, you'll see something in the distance that looks like it's been lifted straight from a fairy tale. It's a castle that appears to be floating on the water. That, my friends, is the magnificent Chillon Castle. Chillon Castle is an absolute must-see. It's an island castle, located right on the shore of the lake, and it's been here for over 1,000 years. Walking through its courtyards, great halls, and underground dungeons is like being transported to another era. You can just imagine the knights, the dukes, and the prisoners who once lived within these walls. Lord Byron even wrote a poem about it. The views from the castle windows, looking out over the lake, are simply stunning. Montreux and Chillon Castle together offer this perfect blend of natural beauty, musical history, and medieval romance. It's a truly enchanting corner of Switzerland. It's time to visit Switzerland's capital city, Bern. But if you're expecting a bustling modern metropolis, you're in for a wonderful surprise. Bern is perhaps the most charming and well-preserved capital city I have ever seen. The entire old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's easy to see why. The city is built on a peninsula, hugged on three sides by the turquoise Aare River. The medieval street plan has remained unchanged for centuries, and the city is characterized by its unique covered arcades called Lauterbrunnen, which stretch for over 6 kilometers. It means you can shop and explore no matter the weather. The old town is just packed with history and charm. Everywhere you look, there's something to see. There are over 100 fountains, many of them topped with colorful, allegorical figures from the 16th century. The most famous landmark is the Zitglog, a medieval clock tower with a moving puppet show that comes to life a few minutes before every hour. It's a delight to watch the jesters, bears, and Kronos himself put on their show. And of course, you have to visit the city's namesake and mascot, the bears. They live in a spacious modern enclosure right by the river called the Bear Park. Bern is also a city of great minds. This is where Albert Einstein lived when he developed his theory of relativity. You can visit his former apartment, which is now the Einstein Museum, and get a glimpse into the life of the genius who changed our understanding of the universe. After a day of exploring, one of the best things to do in the summer is to join the locals for a float down the Aare River. The current carries you gently through the city, offering a completely unique perspective of this beautiful capital. Bern is slow-paced, it's stunningly beautiful, and it's utterly captivating. Now let's put on our fanciest clothes because we're heading to the lap of luxury, the glamorous alpine resort of St. Moritz. This place is legendary. It's the birthplace of winter tourism, the host of 2 Winter Olympics, and a playground for the rich and famous. The town sparkles, literally. They talk about the champagne climate here, and it's not just because of the bubbly everyone's drinking. The air is so dry and the sun shines so brightly that it feels crisp and effervescent. Set on the shores of a beautiful lake and surrounded by stunning peaks, St. Moritz is the definition of high-class alpine chic. In winter, this place is absolute paradise for anyone who loves snow sports. You have world-class skiing and snowboarding, of course, but St. Moritz offers so much more. You can watch thrilling horse races on the frozen lake or even polo matches. And there's the legendary Cresta Run, a natural ice toboggan track that is not for the faint of heart. But even if you're not a daredevil, there's nothing quite like sipping a hot beverage in a chic mountain restaurant, wrapped in a cashmere blanket, and just soaking in the glamorous atmosphere. It's a scene, and it's fabulous. St. Moritz is also the starting point or end point for one of the most famous train journeys in the world, the Glacier Express. Known as the world's slowest express train, this panoramic journey winds its way through the Alps, crossing 291 bridges and going through 91 tunnels on its way to Zermatt. It's an 8-hour feast for the eyes, showcasing some of Switzerland's most dramatic and untouched landscapes. Whether you're here for the luxury, the sport, or the epic scenery, St. Moritz delivers an experience that is truly top tier. It's a taste of the high life, in every sense of the word. For our final destination, we are entering a place so beautiful, it's rumored to have inspired J.R.R. Tolkien's Rivendell. Welcome to the Lauterbrunnen Valley. The name means many fountains, and as you stand in the valley floor, you'll understand why. There are 72 waterfalls that cascade down the sheer cliff faces on either side of this U-shaped glacial valley. The most famous is Staubach Falls, which plunges almost 300 meters, turning into a fine mist before it even hits the ground. The sound of the water, the green of the meadows, the tiny chalets dotting the landscape, it's otherworldly. The valley floor itself is a peaceful paradise, perfect for a gentle walk or a bike ride. You can follow the path from the village of Lauterbrunnen deeper into the valley, passing by grazing cows with their clanging bells, and just soaking in the immense scale and beauty of the place. It's a photographer's dream, with a perfect picture waiting around every single bend. From here, you can also access the Trummelbach Falls, a series of 10 glacial waterfalls hidden inside a mountain, made accessible by an internal lift. It's an incredible display of the power of water, carving its way through rock. But the Lauterbrunnen Valley is also a gateway to car-free mountain villages perched high on the cliffs above. A cable car and train will whisk you up to Murren, a charming village with unbelievable views of the Eiger, Monch, and Jungfrau. From Murren, you can take another cable car up to the Schilthorn. This revolving restaurant at the summit, made famous by the James Bond film On Her Majesty's Secret Service, offers one of the most spectacular 360-degree panoramas in all of the Alps. The Lauterbrunnen Valley isn't just one destination, it's a whole world of alpine wonder, a perfect end to our journey. And there you have it, friends. From the majestic peak of the Matterhorn to the thundering waterfalls of Lauterbrunnen, What an incredible journey. My heart is full and my camera is even fuller. Switzerland is a country that just keeps on giving. One of the best tips I can give you for exploring this amazing place is to get a Swiss travel pass. Honestly, it's a game changer. It gives you unlimited travel on trains, buses, and boats all across the country, and even includes entry to over 500 museums. It makes hopping from one incredible spot to the next so easy and seamless, leaving you more time to just enjoy the ride. Now, I know we've covered my top 10, but Switzerland is filled with so many hidden gems and personal favorites. I would absolutely love to hear from you. What are your favorite Swiss destinations? Is there a place that captured your heart that I missed? Please share your stories, your tips, and your favorite memories in the comments below. I love reading them, and it helps all of us in this wonderful community of travelers discover new places. Let's make this the ultimate Swiss travel resource together. What do you say? Thank you so much for coming along with me on this adventure. I hope it's inspired you to plan your own trip to this storybook country. If you enjoyed our time together, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next journey. Because the world is a big, beautiful place full of amazing people and delicious food, and we have so much more to explore together. Until next time, friends, be well and travel happy.